And together now, let's take another deep breath in. And a deep releasing breath out. And if your eyes were closed, gently opening them now. Welcome back. And just relax the hands. Now we're just going to do a short warm-up today, but it's always important to do a warm-up to open the body, energize, and also to avoid injury. Even when we're doing our yoga practice on a chair, we can injure and sprain muscles. So it's a good idea just to warm up gently. So we'll start with the hands. Let's just bring them to shoulder height, palms facing down, and just make that loose fist, yogis, the thumb inside, and the 4 fingers wrap round, arms at shoulder height. We're going to breathe in here, sitting tall and gazing towards the hands. And as we exhale, we just open and extend the fingers wide. Breathing in, make a loose fist. Breathing out and opening. And we'll do 4 more. We're going to inhale, exhale and open. Breathing in, make a loose fist. Breathing out and opening. 1 or 2 more if you can. Inhale, we make a loose fist. Exhale and open. 1 more, yogis. Breathing in. Breathing out and extend fingers. Lovely. And then just shake out the wrists is the best way to describe this movement. Shaking wrists and fingers. Open and close the fingers rapidly. Doing that several times, this just releases any tension and tightness in fingers and joints of the fingers. Lovely. Let's move into the wrists now. So let's just make 2 loose fists again at shoulder height. And this time we'll rotate those wrist joints in towards one another slowly. All the while we're breathing. That's it, just untying the knots in the wrist. Little rotations in towards one another, keeping the elbows straight, arms at shoulder height, and moving the wrist joints in toward one another. Let's go in the opposite direction now. That's it, untie those knots. Moving the wrist joints away from one another. Gazing ahead, and again with the emphasis of keeping the spine nice and tall if you can. Okay, a couple more of those, moving away from one another, and pause. Again, bend the elbows, just shake it out. Open and close the fingers, and release any unspent tension in those wrists and hands. Lovely. Okay, let's take a breath in, and then a deep breath out here. Perhaps notice the fingers feel like a little bit warmer. We'll move into the elbow joint now, and then into the shoulder. I'd like to work the neck today a little bit if we can, and then we'll do all the same in the lower part. So moving into elbows now, let's just take them to shoulder height, palms facing uppermost. Let's inhale and just bring that left shoulder and left fingers to the shoulder. Exhale and alternate, bring the right hand to the right shoulder. Breathing in, breathing out. Do 4 more for me if you can. There's 1 and 2. We inhale 3 and exhale 4. And now let's open both and just do both together. So we breathe in, bring both fingers, all the fingers to the shoulders. Breathing out, keep those arms level with the shoulders. 4 more. Inhale and exhale gently. Good. Breathing in, opening the joints here of elbows, shoulders and wrists. Inhale, that's lovely. Exhale 1 more with me if you can. Breathing in, breathing out, lovely. And release the hands down. And this may feel really nice to do, just to start to roll those shoulders back. Let's do 5 of those slowly. Gazing ahead, keeping the breath relaxed, hands on thighs. Ooh, lovely. And 4 or 5 of those forwards. Untying any knots in those shoulders. Keep the breath relaxed. Keep it even. Lovely. And release. Okay. Well, now we'll move into the neck. And remember just to do a little bit of this if you can. It's rather good for the neck. We're going to very gently turn the head to the left. We're going to breathe in and turn the head all the way to the right. Without straining, we breathe in. Smoothly glide the head to the left. Breathing in again, smoothly turning the head to the right. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. We go again. Inhale. To the right. Breathing in again when you're ready, and exhale to the left. Bring the head back to the center. Good, roll those shoulders back. What about just stretching into the side of the neck? So drop the right ear to the right shoulder, yogis. Engaging the head, keeping that spine again as tall as you can, feet hip width apart, hands resting on the thighs. Just explore the stretch in the left side of the neck. Let's take another breath in and out here, aiming to bring right ear to right shoulder, but without straining. Bring the head back to the center and just relax. And gently left ear to left shoulder, gazing ahead, breathing in, breathing out. Take another breath in and another breath out. And bring the head back to the center. And for the last time, just roll those shoulders back several times and roll them forwards gently. Untie those knots. And if it feels good, just shake out once more, arms and legs, or in our case, just the arms. Open and close the fingers and relax. We're going to move into the lower half of the body, and I'm just going to grab my drink. So again, stay hydrated, yogis. Good. Anytime you need to stop and grab a drink, please do so. So I'm going to keep my socks on today. Very often I've got bare feet, but again, like you, a little chilly. Remember, we can do all of the movements in our toes. It just restricts the movement slightly. Ideally done in bare feet, but I want to show you this with the socks on. So I'm coming forwards a little bit so that my feet are on an even surface. Feet are hip width apart. I'm scrunching up my toes in my socks, just as we did with our hands, flicking away. We scrunch up the toes and we flick them away. So again, doing this with socks on, even slippers and shoes, it can be done. Let's do 4 more. Scrunch up the toes, flick them away. Breathing in as we scrunch, breathing out as we release. 2 more. Scrunch up toes, flick them away. 1 more. Breathing in, we scrunch. Breathing out, we release. And so that can be done, scrunching up your toes, your fingers, but particularly when you've got socks on, it only restricts the movement slightly. So feel free to keep the socks on today. Well, now I'm going to raise my right leg and we're going to flex the foot. So we're going to point the toes down towards the floor as we breathe in. As we breathe out, we bring the toes towards us and push the heel away. And don't feel you have to raise your leg particularly high to do this. The main thing is keeping the spine tall and keeping the opposite foot firmly flat on the floor. Okay, let's do 4 more with the right. Inhale, point the toes down. Exhale, back to you. Breathing in, we point the toes of the right foot down and exhale back. 2 more. Inhale and exhale, just a little flexion there. Inhale, point the toes down. Exhale, back to you. Now let's start to untie the knots. So we're going to make small rotations with the right ankle. And what I'd like you to do is 5 or 6 of those slowly. And then 5 or 6 slowly in the opposite direction. As you untie the knots in the ankle joint, just go gently, nice and gently there, in both directions, and then release. And I'm going to try and do that now on the left side, so please join me, raising your left leg, not very high, firmly anchoring the right foot into the floor and sitting tall in the chair. That's key to our posture and great for postural alignment. Inhale, we point the toes down. Exhale, back to you. 4 more. Inhale, pointing the toes down gently. Exhale, flex them back to you. 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. 1 more flexion. Inhale and exhale. And then just gently start to rotate into the left ankle joint. 5, maybe 6 slowly in one direction. Feel free to do a few more if you can. And between 5 and 6 in the opposite direction with the same ankle. And we're working the left ankle at this stage. When you finish, simply release. So again, all of those movements can be done with slippers and socks on, even trainers. Well, we're moving into the next big joint in the lower half of the body, which is our knees. And then we'll work a little bit into the hip and pelvic area. So with our knees today, yogis, we're going to interlace underneath the right knee. Sit back again, use the back of the chair to again support your spine and keep it tall. interlace underneath the right knee. And I want you to just see if you can bring that nose towards the knee gently. It provides the spine with a gentle curve. As we exhale, we straighten the leg and flex the toes towards you. And we'll begin again, inhaling, bend the knee, bring the nose toward the knee, but don't strain. And exhale, straighten as we look forwards. 3 more if you can. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Very strengthening for the knee. Again, don't force this movement. Our nose won't be that close to our knee in some cases, so please don't worry. Just do what you can and aim for 1 more if comfortable. Nose to knee on the inhale. Exhale, straighten and release carefully. And we switch sides. We're on the left side now, interlacing underneath the left thigh. Inhale, nose to knee. Exhale and straighten. 4 more. Inhale, nose to knee. And exhale carefully to straighten, look ahead. And just notice as you go through these yogis that your left and right may feel quite different physically. And that's completely normal. 1 more if you can. Nose to knee. Straighten and strengthening the knee joint. And release. A very healing, strengthening for the knee. Okay, so we're going to work into the hip a little. Let's come forwards on our chair, sliding forwards gently, but very much still making sure your buttocks are on the chair. And take the toes out, the heels in. Toes out and heels in. How wide you go is entirely up to you. Just make sure that your inner groin area still feels comfortable and that you've not gone too wide. If you have, just bring the feet in. But actively turn the toes out, the heels in, sitting with a tall spine, looking forwards. Let's take 3 or 4 deep breaths here firstly, because what we're doing is we're stretching a hole in the thigh and all the way down to the inner ankle. So quite a deep stretch here. We're going to sit tall, press the hands on the thighs or the knees, and bring the palms together in what we call the goddess squat. So we're opening our joints, knees, hips, and ankles to a large degree. We're strengthening the spine by sitting tall. And we can add the upper body by bringing the palms together and keeping them in alignment with the chest, pressing those palms together deeply to just work the chest muscles as well. Gaze ahead and take 2 deep breaths with me. Breathing in, breathing out. That's it. Anchor the feet down. Rise from the lower back all the way up. Imagine the crown of the head lengthening up. So keep your spine as tall as you comfortably can. And then let's turn the left palm out, the right palm in, and grip the fingers at the end. And again, working that upper body, we're going to breathe in. And imagine trying to pull the fingers apart. That's it. Create as much tension there. Hold for a few seconds. Exhale, relax. 2 more. Breathing in. Pulling the palms again, gripping the fingers, aiming to pull them apart, but we don't. And we exhale, release. And once more, inhale, pulling the palms, or again, the fingers apart, but we grip them. We exert as much pressure there as we comfortably can without straining, and release. And all the while getting this lovely stretch. Well done, yogis. Well, the last exercise is going to integrate the upper and the lower. So we stay as we are. Come in a little if you need to. Make sure that your outer hip, your inner thighs feel comfortable. And take a breath in. Sitting tall, breathing out. Turn the left palm uppermost. Inhale, raise the right arm and look forwards. Always think height in the spine. And as you exhale, just come into a gentle side bend towards your left. If you wish to, look forwards or look up towards the see-through elbow, the right elbow, and hold that for another deep breath in. Deep breath out and release. Good. Should we try the other side? So first lengthening up that left arm. Exhale, coming over into a side bend, either looking forwards or up towards the inner elbow, whichever is more comfortable for your neck today. And breathing in, stretching all these lovely little side muscles, creating space there. And release. We're going to do that again. Inhale when you're ready, lengthen up. Exhale, come over into a side bend, and just be mindful that you're coming sideways. Don't overstretch. Take care. And exhale to release. Once more on our left. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, a gentle side bend. Being cautious and careful not to overstretch. And exhale. Nicely done, yogis. Let's rest the hands on the knees and walk or zigzag the feet carefully in. Sit back And again, just take a moment to shake out hands, feet, legs. That's it, have a shake out. Take a deep breath in here and relax. Now grab a drink. It's important whether you're on the water or the tea to have a quick drink, stay hydrated. Sorry. Okay, yogis. So, we've opened and energized all those lovely joints in the body. Just roll the shoulders back, having had a little drink or just taken a breath. Just notice if you feel a little warmer. And we're now prepared for a little bit more yoga, and we can move it up a notch. But what I'd like us to start with is just marching on the spot. Anna's joined us. So I want you to separate the feet now. That's it, just a little bit. Sit tall, take a deep breath in, and first start just to lengthen up through the arms. This is a wonderful way to just be aware of our posture. Even whilst we sit on the chair, we can sit tall. And exhale, release. So inhale, lengthening up, have the palms facing, gaze ahead, lengthen up and sit tall, and exhale, release. Should we try that once more? Inhale, we lengthen up, gazing ahead, and exhale, release. Lovely. Well, now I'd like us to integrate the legs into that movement as well. So upper and lower half are working in tandem and in harmony. So I'm going to inhale and ask you to raise the arms again and just raise that right leg. Flex the toes towards you and release. Inhale, raise the left leg, both arms, and release. And we just keep going. Inhale, raise the right leg and both arms, sitting tall and gazing ahead. Use the exhalation to release. Inhale, left leg, both arms. And exhale, release. We're going to do 4 more. This is 1. And 2. Good. And this is 3. So inhale, that's it. Exhale. And lastly, on the left side, number 4. Lovely. And release. Now separate the feet. Thumb inside, 4 fingers wrap round. And just start very gently to march on the spot. And this doesn't require us to work too hard, but if you're tired, feel free to just march with the legs, or perhaps just march with the arms if you prefer. But if you can, just gently start to march with both. Sometimes people really like this one. I often call it the mountain climber, as if mountain. So keep going, yogis. That's it, looking forwards. Keep an eye on the breath as well. Make sure you're breathing nice and evenly and deeply, either through the mouth or through the nostrils. Again, whichever works for you today. That's it. Now count down also with me if you want for 10 more seconds. Again, this is a lovely, gentle exercise that can be slowed right down or speeded right up if you've got lots of energy today. Let's go for 10 more seconds. Count with me if you wish. 10 and 9. 8 and 7, 6 and 5, we're almost there. 4, you're doing well. And 3, 2 and 1. Well done, yogis. Shake it out again. Notice if you feel a little warmer, I hope you do. And now we're going to do a sun salutation sitting on the chair, which is a series of 12 movements that we've often done in the past, but not for a few weeks. And then we may try a sun salutation facing the chair. But this is a gentle practice, so remember to do as much or as little as you wish to, stopping if you need to. So, without further ado, let's do our sun salutation sitting on a chair. You'll be really impressed with this, I'm sure, because before you know it, we're finishing and we've done 12 movements. We may do a series of 3 rounds. It's a wonderful way to keep warm and energized. So bring the feet together and we bring the palms together. Again, this is just a moment to check in with your breathing. So sitting tall, hands in the prayer position, or what's known as the salutation seal, and just enjoy 1 or 2 deep breaths here with me. Sitting tall and looking forwards, let's breathe in, breathe out. A moment just to be with your breath and relax. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Let's inhale together now. 1 more deep breath out and relax. Good. Okay, yogis. So the next inhalation, we separate the arms and we raise them up as if we were saluting the sun, which will be setting soon. As we swan dive down on the exhalation, we're going to leave our hands very gently, just resting here on our calves. Because the aim here is to look down with a flat back and a long neck, looking down and just enjoy lengthening the spine. Fold as far down as you wish to and take another deep breath in and out. Relax the head as best you can. Now, as we come up, we're still looking down, but we separate the feet and carefully interlace underneath the right thigh. And once more, bring that nose to the knee as we did earlier. Still holding onto the thigh and looking forwards, deliberately squeeze the shoulder blades together and just simply look forwards and up, as if you were lifting the chin and opening the chest slightly. And then as you exhale, carefully place that leg down. We're going to inhale, fold all the way down again, looking down. And on the exhale, we come up, hands resting on the thighs, and deliberately look toward the ceiling, squeeze the shoulder blades gently together, and lift the chin and chest as you come into that almost back bend. A little lift for the front of the body and the back. And then relax, and we repeat that on the left. So, interlace underneath the left knee, bring the nose to the knee as you inhale. Exhale, lift the head, look forwards. Release the leg, and again, fold all the way down on the breath in. Hands resting on shin or ankle. Exhale here, relax the head. And when you're ready, inhale, engage the tummy muscles, raise the arms slowly, breathing in as you do so. And as we exhale, we simply bring the hands back to the salutation seal where we began. And there we have it, 12 movements. Let's go again, sitting tall, feet together. Take a breath in and out with me here. Inhale, come up and gently back. Exhale, fall forwards and rest your hands on your shins. Relax the back of the neck. Inhale, interlace underneath the left, right knee. Bring the nose to the knee again. Exhale, look forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades gently together and release the leg. Inhale, fold all the way down, hands on shins. Exhale, come up, rest the hands on the thighs. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And once more, lift the chin and chest, creating a gentle forward bend. But really, this is a back bend. Make sure you're not straining the neck. And then gaze ahead, relax. Doing the same on the left. Interlace underneath the left knee, nose to knee on the inhale. Exhale, looking forwards. Inhale, release the leg and fold all the way down. Exhale here, relax the body. Inhale when you're ready, coming up and gently back. And exhale back into salutation seal. And we're going to do that once more, just slightly faster if you can. Here we go. So when you're ready, take a breath in and out here. Breathe all the way down into your heels, yogis. Inhale and open. Exhale, fold down, hands resting on shin. Inhale, interlace underneath that right knee, bring the nose to the knee. Exhale, look forwards. Inhale, release and fold down. Exhale, come up, and as you look up, squeeze shoulder blades together. And then carefully, gazing ahead, interlace underneath the left knee, nose to knee. Exhale, look forwards. Inhale, release and fold down. Relax the head as you exhale here. Inhale, raise the arms slowly on that inhalation. And exhale, palms back. Wow, well done. So think about it, we've already done 12 times 3. Goodness me, quite a lot of poses there. Well done, yogis. Yeah, nearly 36 poses, just sitting on the chair. So now that we're a little warmer, I hope, we're going to come up slowly, shake it out, grab your drink again. Do please stay hydrated. And we're going to try a very slow sun salutation facing a chair now. We've got 15 minutes left, okay? So have a drink. And then grab your chair so that it's facing you now, yogis. Grabbing your chair so that it's now facing you. And make sure you're on a non-slip surface. Take your socks off if you wish to, or keep them on. But do keep your chair on a non-slip surface, such as a yoga mat, if you can. So, facing the chair, we bring the hands back to the salutation seal. And I'll be doing this really slowly. Do as much or as little with me as you can. So, with the legs together, palms again in the center of the chest, in the salutation seal. Let's just take 1 or 2 deep breaths here. Remind ourselves to look ahead and breathe well. A soft, steady gaze ahead, keeping the spine tall and just relaxing the facial features. And again, yogis, as you breathe in, breathe all the way down into your heels. Let's inhale and come up and gently back as if we were saluting the very sun. But this time as we exhale, yogis, we rest the hands on the seat of the chair. That's right. We rest the hands on the seat of the chair. We step back a little way. And I'm going to keep my legs straight, but if you need to bend them, please do so. Bend your knees if you need to. And with the weight spread through the fingers and the arms straight, we simply look down. And again, with bent knees, just create a lovely stretch in the spine. Engage your tummy muscles softly by pulling them in towards the spine, if you wish to. And then we take the left foot in between the chair leg and turn the right foot out very slowly. We're going to bend this front knee. And can you see, as I often explain to people, ideally the back leg is always the one that's straight, slightly turned out, and make sure your back ankle is firmly grounded into the floor, the ankle and heel particularly, so the heel of the back leg firmly grounded into the floor. Our hips are square to the front, we've bent the front knee slightly, and we receive that nice gentle stretch on the back leg. As we look down, let's take a breath in and out here. Good work, yogis. Let's bend this front right knee and bring it carefully if we can to the floor. And we can leave our hands on the chair so we can roll the shoulders back. And it just provides that lovely little stretch into that front thigh. Often that can be quite tight. I want you to, if you can, rest the front of the right foot on the floor, roll the shoulders back and gaze ahead. And take a breath in and out here, yogis. Now I'm going to turn this into a twist. I want you to leave your right hand on your right hip and your left hand on the seat of the chair. And very carefully, if you can, start to turn to look over that right shoulder. Don't look too far. And if it feels too tricky, then continue to look ahead, but allow your spine to do the twisting gently. Looking somewhere, if you can, over that right shoulder. Enjoy a breath in and out here, yogis. What a lovely way to keep the spine warm as well. Really juicy, warming twist there. And then carefully bring both hands back to rest on the chair. We're going to come up now. So up we come. And carefully we're going to come into downward dog. So what we're going to do here, and you notice I've got my knees bent here, resting my hands on the seat of the chair. I'm going to take my feet further away until my legs are fairly straight. And then it's important to bend those knees still. If you need to, if you've got back vulnerabilities, keep your knees slightly bent. My ears come alongside my inner elbows. I gaze towards my upper thighs, gaze towards the upper thighs. And I want to just push the weight into both the heels and the hands. Arms are nice and strong, so I'm pressing the weight into my hands, but also into my heels to create this inversion. Bend the knees if you need to. You'll still be getting a delicious stretch into the whole spine. Take 1, if not 2, nice deep breaths here, yogis. Keep those ears alongside those inner ears as best you can. And now we're going to go into upward dog. Okay, we're going to reverse this movement and this position by sliding the hands back towards the back of the chair, stepping forwards, keeping the knees slightly bent, but we lift now. We lift the chin, the chest, stacking the weight into my hands. You can see my arms are strong, but keep the knees bent if your back is a little dodgy today. Okay, if you've got vulnerabilities in your low back, keep your knees slightly bent, feet together, lift the chin and chest and look ahead. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and just enjoy that little lift for your spine, front of the chest opening. Let's take a breath in and out here. And then I'm going to switch sides. So I move the hands to the middle of the chair, take my right foot in between the chair leg, turn my left foot out, and again wanting to make sure that the heel of the left foot is firmly placed down. Bend the front knee and looking down, receiving a lovely stretch in that back calf muscle. Let's take a breath in and out here. And slowly bend your left knee, bring it down to the floor. Rest the front of the left foot on the floor, hands resting on the seat of the chair, just the fingertips ideally, because I want you to roll the shoulders back and look ahead. And appreciate that lovely stretch on the left thigh now. Just doing what you can here, yogis. Take several breaths into the quadricep muscles of the left thigh. And again, we're going to go into a twist. So let's leave the right hand on the chair, the left hand on the left hip. And as we exhale, we're looking over that left shoulder gently, just as far as you can. Remember, your right hand is supporting you on the chair, looking somewhere gently over the left shoulder for another breath in and out. Carefully come back, place both hands on the chair and gently come up. And this time we step back into a flat back position with feet and knees together. Maybe we need to bend the knees a little, but just focus on arms being straight, legs being as straight as they can, looking down toward the chair and enjoying the back of the body opening. Take a breath in and out. Keep those knees bent if you need to, remember. And slowly, slowly bend the knees, engage your tummy. Inhale and raise the arms slowly, up and gently back. And exhale, palms come back together where we started, in the salutation seal. And release. Well done, yogis. What a nice way to finish the practice. Also, we've got about 5 minutes left. So what I propose we do now is some gentle balances, okay? So, yes, thank you. We're going to just gently turn the chair around once more to use the back of the chair. And we're going to stand to the side. So it doesn't matter if it's your left or right, just as long as one hand is holding onto the chair for support and that you've got enough room, like me, I always do this in my sitting room with you, just enough room so you're not going to go into the sofa and you're on a non-slip surface, ideally a yoga mat. And we use the back of the chair for support. And this helps our balances to get stronger with time. And actually, as I say to my yogis, both in person and online, you will get stronger with these poses. It's simply a matter of practice. And in fact, you're working a lot harder with the chair because you often hold the balance longer. So you're deepening the stretch, you're deepening the strength and the stamina. So we'll start by taking all the weight into the inside leg. That's the standing leg. So just coming up onto the ball of the outside foot and stacking the weight onto the inner leg, holding onto the chair as well with that inside arm. And then I want you to see if you can lift the outside leg and just place your hand on the knee. It doesn't have to be high. Looking ahead and keeping the spine tall. Let's see if we can just simply hold that for a breath in and a breath out. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to straighten that raised leg and flex the toes towards us, taking the outside hand to the outside hip and holding that. So now my inside leg is strong and steady. All I've done is raise the foot up, flex the toes of the raised foot towards me, and again looking forwards, holding for a breath in and a breath out and release. Good, okay, let's switch sides. Very simple balances, but balances that can be repeated again and again. And we will do these on a few sides. We've got about 5 minutes. So the inside leg now will be the opposite leg. That's the standing leg. One hand on the chair to support you. Stacking all the weight deliberately onto that inside leg, coming up onto the ball of the outside foot. And again, just feeling your way into this side of the body. It may feel quite different. When you're ready, take a deep breath in, let the breath work for you. Raise the foot off the floor, doesn't have to be high, and just rest your hand on the knee. Gaze ahead, and again, inside leg is strong and steady, rooting into the floor. And we're breathing deeply so that we can maintain this. Deep breath in with me. That's it, deep breath out. Now straighten that leg, flex the toes towards you, hand on the hip, gazing ahead, and again take a breath in and out if you can, keeping the spine as tall as you can. Breathing in, breathing out, and release. Excellent. Go back to the first side. Switching sides if we need to, that's it. Okay, let's try that again. This time, with the outside foot, stacking the weight onto the inside leg, just resting one foot on top of the other. And again, a hand on your hip, outer hip to steady you. Inside leg is taking all the weight, gaze ahead, and see if you can hold for an extra breath in and out this time. Breathing in, breathing out. And if you can, and if you wish to, feel free to take both hands to the hips to hold the pose and work a little deeper. Make it a little stronger if you wish to. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Good. And now we're going to bend the knee and bring the sole of the foot to the inner calf. Do make sure you're not pressing into the knee joint, just below it. Keep that bent knee nice and open. And again, one hand on the hip. If you wish to, bring both hands onto the hip if you feel you can, or keep that hand on the chair if you need to. And again, let's take an extra breath in. Deep breath out. Well done, yogis. Now this is where we need to take care. Hand to the outside knee, bring it in gently, stretch it out and release. Wonderful. Once more on the other side before we have to finish. So trying these at home, use the heavy back chair or windowsill, just make sure whatever's around you, you're not going to go into. One foot on top of the other, outside foot, resting gently on the inside foot. Both hands to the hips if you feel you can, and that's quite nice to challenge ourselves sometimes. Or leave one hand on the chair. Gaze ahead. Always think about a tall spine as you look towards that horizon. Don't forget to breathe. And notice those left and right differences in your body, yogi, which everybody has. It's completely normal. Holding and breathing deeply. Well done. And then bending the knee, we want to bring the sole of the outside foot to rest on the inner calf of the standing leg. Make sure again you're just below the knee joint, keeping the bent knee nice and open. And either one hand on the hip or both hands. I knew the cat would do that. Star of the show. There we go. Somebody else doing chair yoga. Hello. Baby. And again, take another breath here. You're very good at balancing, aren't you? And then when you're ready, yogis, again, be mindful just to bring that knee in, stretch it gently and release. Now those balances can be done anywhere, anytime. Keep practicing because you are all getting better at them. We need to finish now. I have nowhere to sit. Somebody else has taken my chair. So I shall just simply say, Shanti, please, go well. And thank you so much. Take care. We will see you on a chair very soon. Bye for now.